to land was cloudy. The temperature was 64 degrees, dew point 51, relative humidity 63%, wind southwest at 16 miles per hour, gusting to 23. The pressure 29.90 inches and falling. At other area locations. Palm Coast was partly sunny, 63 degrees, wind west at 20 miles per hour, gusting to 35. At Ormond Beach, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 63 degrees, dew point 54. The relative humidity 72%. West wind at 17 miles per hour, gusting to 25. The pressure was 29.87 inches and steady. New Smyrna Beach was mostly sunny, temperature 64 degrees, wind west at 24 miles per hour, gusting to 35. In Ocala, cloudy, 58, wind west at 17 miles per hour, gusting to 23. Leesburg was cloudy, 64 degrees, wind southwest at 16 miles per hour, gusting to 28. Sanford, it was partly sunny, temperature 66 degrees, dew point 52, humidity 60%, wind west at 23 miles per hour. Pressure 29.90 inches and steady. St. Augustine Airport was cloudy, temperature 60 degrees, wind west at 14 miles per hour. In Orlando, partly sunny, 67, the wind west at 17 miles per hour, gusting to 30. Titusville was mostly sunny, temperature 70 degrees, wind west at 20 miles per hour, gusting to 28. In Melbourne, mostly sunny, 69, wind west at 20 miles per hour, gusting to 32. In Stewart, sunny, 72. Tampa, partly sunny, 66, wind west at 20 miles per hour, gusting to 37. In Jacksonville, partly sunny, 58, wind southwest at 16 miles per hour, gusting to 29. Miami, mostly sunny, 73, wind west at 13 miles per hour, gusting to 23. Again in Daytona Beach, the temperature 65 degrees. Under partly sunny skies. The latest marine reports. St. Augustine Fishing Pier, air temperature 61 degrees, southwest wind at 12 knots. At the buoy 10 nautical miles east-northeast of St. Augustine, water temperature is 65. Seas 4 feet with a period of 6 seconds. At 20 nautical miles east of the Cape. Southwest wind at 21 knots, gusting to 29, seas 5 feet, with a period of 5 seconds. At the buoy 125 nautical miles east of New Smyrna Beach, air temperature 70 and the water temperature 74 degrees, seas 9 feet with a period of 8 seconds. Scripps Buoy 4 miles east of Port Canaveral, water temperature 70, seas 2 feet with a period of 11 seconds. At the buoy 6 nautical miles northeast of Fort Pierce Inlet, water temperature 73, seas 2 feet with a period of 11 seconds. Marine forecast for the following: coastal waters from Flagler Beach to the Volusia-Brevard County line out to 20 nautical miles. Small craft advisory in effect until 9 a.m. this morning. Gale warning in effect from 9 a.m. this morning through this evening. Small craft advisory in effect from this evening through late tonight. Today, southwest winds 20 to 25 knots, becoming west 25 to 30 knots, in the late morning and afternoon. Frequent gusts to gale force. Seas building to 5 to 7 feet with occasional seas to 9 feet. A dominant period 5 seconds. Very rough on the intracoastal waters. Tonight, northwest winds 20 to 25 knots, with occasional to frequent gusts to gale force. Seas 4 to 6 feet with occasional seas to 7 feet. A dominant period 5 seconds. Rough on the intracoastal waters. Monday, northwest winds 10 to 15 knots becoming north 5 to 10 knots, in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 4 feet with occasional seas to 5 feet. A dominant period 5 seconds. A moderate chop on the intracoastal waters. Monday night, northwest winds 5 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Smooth on the intracoastal waters. Tuesday, northeast winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming southeast in the afternoon. Seas around 2 feet. A light chop on the intracoastal waters. Tuesday night, southeast winds 5 to 10 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Wednesday, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Wednesday night, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet with occasional seas to 5 feet. Thursday, south winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet with occasional seas to 5 feet. Marine forecast for the following: waters from Flagler Beach to the Volusia-Brevard County line extending from 20 to 60 nautical miles. Gale warning in effect through late tonight. Today, west winds 25 to 30 knots, with frequent gusts to gale force. Seas building to 8 to 10 feet with occasional seas to 13 feet. A dominant period 6 seconds. Slight chance of showers. Tonight, west winds 25 to 30 knots, becoming northwest 20 to 25 knots, after midnight. Frequent gusts to gale force. Seas 8 to 10 feet with occasional seas to 13 feet. A dominant period 6 seconds. Monday, northwest winds 15 to 20 knots, diminishing to 10 to 15 knots in the afternoon. Seas 5 to 7 feet with occasional seas to 9 feet. A dominant period 6 seconds. Monday night, northwest winds 5 to 10 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet with occasional seas to 6 feet. Tuesday, northeast winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming southeast in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Tuesday night, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Wednesday, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet with occasional seas to 5 feet. Wednesday night, southeast winds 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet with occasional seas to 5 feet. Thursday, south winds 15 to 20 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet with occasional seas to 6 feet. Gulf Stream hazards, westerly winds increasing to 25 to 30 knots, with frequent gusts to gale force. Seas building 7 to 10 feet. The approximate location of the west wall of the Gulf Stream based on the real-time ocean forecast system as of Friday, February 10th. 48 nautical miles east of Ponce Inlet. 33 nautical miles east of Port Canaveral. 29 nautical miles east of Sebastian Inlet. 22 nautical miles east of Fort Pierce Inlet. 13 nautical miles east of St. Lucie Inlet. The latest available surf temperatures as of Sunday. Daytona Beach was 65 degrees, the Port Canaveral buoy was 70 degrees, Fort Pierce was 74 degrees, and Jensen Beach was 76 degrees. Here is the tide information. Daytona Beach shores, Sun Glow Pier. High tide Sunday at 11:59 a.m. Low tide Sunday at 6:13 p.m. High tide Monday at 12:28 a.m. Low tide Monday at 7:10 a.m. Port Canaveral. High tide Sunday at 11:55 a.m. Low tide Sunday at 6:07 p.m. High tide Monday at 12:40 a.m. Low tide Monday at 6:57 a.m. Sebastian Inlet Bridge. High tide Sunday at 11:52 a.m. Low tide Sunday at 6:19 p.m. High tide Monday at 12:46 a.m. Low tide Monday at 6:50 a.m. Fort Pierce Inlet, South Jetty. High tide Sunday at 12:09 p.m. Low tide Sunday at 6:25 p.m. High tide Monday at 1:03 a.m. Low tide Monday at 6:56 a.m. Wind advisory for the following counties: in Florida, coastal Flagler, eastern Putnam, inland Flagler, and western Putnam. Wind advisory in effect from 6 a.m. this morning to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening. What? West winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 40 miles per hour possible. Where? Portions of northeast and northern Florida and southeast Georgia. When? From 6 a.m. this morning to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening. Impacts: gusty winds could blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Use extra caution when driving, especially if operating a high-profile vehicle. Secure outdoor objects. Wind advisory for the following counties: in Florida, coastal Volusia, inland northern Brevard, inland Volusia, mainland northern Brevard, northern Brevard Barrier Islands, northern Lake, Orange, Seminole, and southern Lake. Wind advisory in effect from 6 a.m. this morning to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening. What? West winds 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 40 miles per hour expected. Where? All of East Central Florida. When? From 6 a.m. this morning to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening. Impacts: gusty winds could blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Use extra caution when driving, especially if operating a high-profile vehicle. Secure outdoor objects. Serving Daytona Beach and vicinity, this is NOAA weather radio station KIH-26, the voice of the National Weather Service. This broadcast comes to you from the National Weather Service office in Melbourne, Florida, on a frequency of 162.4 MHz. A required weekly test of the NOAA Weather Radio Public Warning System is conducted each Wednesday between 11 a.m. and noon, and again between 6 and 8 p.m. If severe weather is expected, this test will be postponed until the following day. The current time is 10:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This hazardous weather outlook is for East Central Florida. Day 1, today and tonight. High wind impact: the pressure gradient increases behind a strong cold front. Expect westerly winds to increase across all of East Central Florida to near 20 to 25 miles per hour inland and 25 to 30 miles per hour at times along the immediate coast. Frequent wind gusts to 25 to 35 miles per hour will be possible over the interior and to 35 to 40 miles per hour along the coast. A wind advisory will be in effect into early evening. Rip current impact: a moderate risk of dangerous rip currents will exist at all Central Florida Atlantic beaches. To reduce your chance of becoming caught in the seaward pull of a rip current, swim only within sight of a lifeguard and never enter the ocean alone. Wind and sea impact: post-frontal westerly winds will increase to near 25 knots, near shore, and 25 to 30 knots, offshore, with frequent gusts to gale force. Small craft advisories and gale warnings are in effect through tonight. Strong wind gusts and hazardous boating conditions will also be found across the intracoastal waters, as well as over inland lakes today. Fire weather impact: although critically low relative humidity is not expected today, strong and gusty westerly winds will heighten the fire weather concern. Any unattended fires will be likely to escape. Rapid spreading due to embers and vegetation dryness may hamper containment efforts even in the absence of lower relative humidity readings. Excessive cold impact: overnight lows will fall into the low to middle 40s across much of the interior overnight into Monday morning. Westerly winds will remain elevated into the evening and overnight, with lowest wind chills after midnight and toward sunrise in the middle to upper 30s for 1 to 3 hours across North Lake, Volusia, Northwest Orange, North Seminole, and North Brevard counties. Make sure to dress appropriately for these colder than normal conditions. Days 2 through 7, Monday through Saturday. Boating conditions will remain poor to hazardous across the local coastal waters on Monday as winds and seas slowly decrease. The rip current risk will be moderate along area beaches into early next week. A slight chance of lightning storms will enter back into the forecast for Friday surrounding the next frontal passage. Spotter information statement: spotter activation will not be needed today and tonight. The forecast for the Daytona Beach NOAA Weather Radio listening area. Wind advisory in effect until 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening. Today, partly cloudy, then considerable cloudiness early in the afternoon, then becoming partly sunny. A slight chance of showers late in the morning. Windy. Highs in the mid-60s. West winds 20 to 25 miles per hour with gusts to around 40 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Tonight, partly cloudy. Lows in the mid-40s. West winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Gusts up to 35 miles per hour in the evening. Monday, sunny. Highs in the mid-60s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Monday night, clear. Lows in the upper 40s. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Tuesday, sunny. Highs in the lower 70s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming southeast around 10 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tuesday night, clear, milder. Lows in the upper 50s. Wednesday, partly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s. The 10 a.m. weather roundup. At Daytona Beach, under partly sunny skies, the temperature was 65 degrees, dew point 51, relative humidity 60%, wind west at 20 miles per hour, gusting to 35. The pressure 29.87 inches and steady. DeLand was cloudy, the temperature was 64 degrees, dew point 51, relative humidity 63%, wind southwest at 16 miles per hour, gusting to 23. The pressure 29.90 inches and falling. At other area locations. Palm Coast was partly sunny, 63 degrees, wind west at 20 miles per hour, gusting to 35. At Ormond Beach, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 63 degrees, dew point 54. The relative humidity 72%. West wind at 17 miles per hour, gusting to 25.